Good morning, everybody. Happy Saturday morning makes. I am so happy to be here with you today for another episode. I believe this is episode 9 of 2024. And I did just post a Red Lead Paperworks happy hauling video. I had ordered some spring stamps from them and I wanted to share what I had received from them. Chris and Sharon are always so sweet to me. They sent me a few extras with what I ordered. And then I made some projects today that I'm going to show you. So I already shared everything, but I'm going to show you specifically the stamps that I used on my projects today. I used this cute little bunny in a basket. I used this bunny with the little flowers in her hair. I used this beautiful spring lamb. And let's see, I did not use this yet, but I want to. And then I didn't use this big bunny, but I did use this wonderful background stamp that's all about being creative. And I read through this on my video, on my previous video, if you want to go look at that. But it's a beautiful creative background stamp. And I used that on some of the tags that I'm going to show you. And then I used several sentiments, and I used this little bunny right here. I used this label, and I also used Little Moments of Joy, which I already had. I had gotten this earlier this year. I used For a Sweet Friend, and I think I used Wishing You a Fine Little Day too. And I can't remember if I used the Create Joy also, or the Morning Sunshine. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly what all I used, but I'll show you the projects in a minute, and then you'll see how I used all of these beautiful products from Red Lead Paperworks. So I'm going to set these aside, get them out of the way. And a big thank you again to Chris and Sharon. I had ordered about $50 worth of products from them, 45 or something. And then they sent me some extras, which is very generous of them. So thank you, Chris and Sharon, and happy weekend. And then let me just go through the other things that I used to show you for the projects that I made. I hope that you guys all enjoyed the My Creative Time release this week. Again, my code is Jill for 15% off during the release sale, which is just Friday from 8 a.m. yesterday all the way to Sunday at midnight this weekend. You can get 15% off with any of the affiliate codes from the design team. Mine happens to be Jill, Jill, all one word, all caps. But please spread the love among all the designers. Everybody did such a wonderful job with the release. And one of the projects I'm showing today is, of course, the little carrots that I gave you a sneak preview of yesterday. I had created carrots, and one of the things I created the carrots with was this My Creative Time foliage die set. It's MCT D427, and I used this die as well as these little ones to make some little carrots. But what I'm going to show you today are just the big carrots, and they use 2 cuts of this die right here from the foliage die set. I didn't use the flowers. And then I used the biggest die in Emma's large Prim Hearts set. And sorry, this one is coming off of its tape. It's supposed to look like that. It's her large Prim Hearts, and this is what it looks like. And these are available at My Creative Time. Okay. So I used that, as long as they're not sold out already. I used the XOXO border dies from My Creative Time for some layers in my cards. I used this circle card add-ons die set, MCT D379. I love this little wreath. At springtime, you can cut this and use pieces of it. You can use it as a wreath itself, but you can do so much with this die set, and I love it. It coordinates with their 4-inch circle card die, and it's a wonderful set to have for just doing circles on your cards and tags. I used from Colorado Craft Company. Oh my gosh, I love Colorado Craft Company. I only own, I think, 2 or 3 stamp sets from them. I wish I owned many more, but I am on a very strict budget with my college, my son's college tuition. But I got a good deal on this one. It says, did somebody say carrots? I carrot you in my heart always. Keep calm and carrot on. And it's this precious little bunny holding a carrot. And then there's also another carrot and a little butterfly. And I just think this is so cute. And I did use this on my carrot tags that I'm going to show you. I use this Cottage Cuts oval die, and this is one of my favorite sets of dies that Cottage Cuts makes, are all of these dies with these scallop edges and little eyelet holes in them, if you will. And I love these die sets. So these are from Cottage Cuts. And they're available at a variety of stores, including Frantic Stamper. This is the Stay Beautiful stamp and die set that was just released at My Creative Time. And to make my carrots, I did use a few of these cute little bumblebee gnomes and some of the sentiments that come with this set. So this was released yesterday at My Creative Time. And again, it's 15% off this weekend if you decide to purchase. And then I went through My Creative Time's paper pads and I pulled out a bunch of orange papers and green papers to make my carrots. And so these are just some of the paper pads. These are the newest ones that were just released. It has both a solid orange and a polka dot orange in it. From this paper pad, you can grab some greens and some oranges. And this is the Dots, Flowers, and Solids paper pad. And it goes with her spring ginger bunny stamp sets, okay? And then this Let's Get Crafty paper pad has both orange and yellow in it, as well as a green that you could use. And then this one, I got these two orange papers plus this one, as well as these green papers here. So this is the Springtime paper pad from last year, and great papers for making carrots. And then I also used both this green polka and this green plaid to make some of the foliage that I used on my carrots, okay? And then I'm going to show you some tags that I created with Red Lead Paperworks that use these tag dies, which are the, let me see if I can read this, the Pretty Scallop Tall tag dies, and then the layering dies, which are stitched, okay? And these are also in My Creative Time shop. I use the MCT D422 Pretty Scallop oval dies, and I think I might have also used the Pretty Oval layering dies. I'm not sure. So that's everything, all the products that I use to create what I'm going to show you. And let's get started first. First, I'm going to show you some little bunny tags that I made using that cute little bunny from Red Lead Paperworks that's sort of standing up. And this one says, "For a Sweet Friend," and that's one of the little woodblock stamp sentiments. And these are those beautiful scalloped layered dies. And I did pop up the stitched piece on top, and I edged it with some Memento Toffee Crunch ink. And then this little tie is made with some sari silk ribbon that I ordered from Amazon. But it's also all over Etsy. You can get it in many different Etsy shops too. So I love this little bunny standing up, and I debated on adding a second smaller bunny here, but this is a pretty small tag, so I just left it like this, and I feel like he should be looking at something, so I don't know if I might add a flower or something later on, but these are just really sweet, simple little bunny tags. This one says, "For a Sweet Friend," and it has that beautiful background stamp that I showed you about creativity in the background on the tag. So there's that one. And then I did an even smaller one with that same background stamping, the little bunny, and then "For a Sweet Friend." So just 3 simple little bunny tags just to have on hand for Easter gift giving and spring gifts and stuff. Then using the basket and bunny stamp, I was playing around with watercoloring, and this one is actually watercolored a little too dark. So this was the first one I did, and I almost didn't make a card with it, but I added some lace to it and a little bow and put it on these blue papers with a white background that I embossed with a Honeybee Stamps embossing folder. And I love how this turned out. You can see how I used that little circle die just to add some detail over this piece of velvet ribbon that I wrapped around the card. And then I added just some little pearl gems in aqua that I had in my stash. And even though this is colored darker than I would like, and you can't maybe see the detail as well as I would like. I still like the way this card came out, and it says, "Wishing you a fine little day," which is one of those beautiful stamps from Red Lead Paperworks, along with, of course, the bunny image. Then I use the XOXO border dies on the inside, and then on the back I put the Happy Spring. So just a sweet little card. And then I did a better job, actually, the second time I watercolored it. And this one turned out way better. And this one says, "For a sweet friend." And I used the beautiful, this beautiful die set here was in my craft bin. And this is actually an old Sherry Lynn Designs die. And I have sets of these in rectangles, ovals, and I think I even have squares and circles. I don't know if these are still available from Sherry Lynn. Sherry Lynn changed their name, I think, to a Maker's Movement or something. So I don't know if these are still available on the market, but if you look up Sherry Lynn Designs dies on eBay and some of the resale places, you may be able to find them. And I wish I could tell you the name of them right now, but I don't remember what they're called. But any oval decorative die would definitely work, okay? And I just added a little gingham bow to the edge of this gentleman bunny, if you will. And I had this beautiful wood grain paper in my stash, and I believe this is from either a Joann's or a Michael's paper pad back in the day. And then this little torn scrap that I made a little loop with is from Frantic Stamper, and it is from Maja Designs or Maha Designs papers. And it's from one of their paper pads that I always order they do a paper pad every year at Christmas normally, and sometimes they'll do a spring release too, and I have always ordered her papers. The lady who designs them, I just love the papers, the quality of the paper, and the fact that it is a prim, not a glossy paper, but a flat paper, if you will, so it's more prim. And so I did use a strip of that on here too, and I just think this turned out so cute. I backed it with 110-pound craft cardstock, so it's nice and sturdy. And I thought this would be a wonderful tag to maybe give to my son with a chocolate bunny on Easter this year. So there's that. And then I always love to play with, at Easter time, it's always fun to have some lamb cards. And I was looking through my stamps, and I do have a couple lamb stamps, but I wanted something that was more realistic, real animal looking. And so I found this on Red Lead Paperworks, and that was what prompted my order. And I'm hoping to do specifically some Easter cards with Easter sentiments to give to my mom. So, I think these would be wonderful for Bible journaling also, but just a wonderful, wonderful photorealistic lamb stamp, or sheep stamp, if you will. I think it's a lamb. Anyway, I did use a piece of embossed heart paper on here, which I put a little bit of ink on using that Memento Toffee Crunch ink. And then this beautiful floral paper here is a digital paper that I purchased last year. If you go back in my videos, I believe I shared it when I purchased it. And it's one that I purchased as a digital so I can reprint it as many times as I might want to. And so I use that, a piece of it down here and then a piece across the center of the card, just to add a little brightness behind this. This is a gingham paper with little flowers on it. This is from My Creative Time. And I thought, and this is from the coffee paper pad at My Creative Time, which Jana just shared in her Saturday Morning Makes videos recently. She just purchased it along with some other My Creative Time products. So these went really well together, but I wanted to pop a color. And so I grabbed this digital paper and added it to the card along with a little piece of lace across here to kind of make the ground for the lamb to stand on. So I do love how this card turned out, and I love that the texture, of course, that the embossing adds to it. And then on the inside, I just added another little scrap of the papers and another one of the little pieces of the lace. And this is, of course, that beautiful, pretty scalloped oval die from My Creative Time. And then you can see how I carried the papers over to the back of the card. So I love how this card turned out. I think it's so beautiful. And I have one more card and then my carrot tags to share with you all. This one says Little Moments of Joy, and this is that cute bunny. This one I colored with Copic markers instead of watercoloring. And I just added some pretty floral colors, and then I tried to match the papers to the flowers. And this is a paper from Irala Mija shop on Etsy, and I believe it's called the Portrait Papers, if you want to look for it. And then this was a scrap of purple, purpley colored gingham that I had on in my scrap bin. And then I die cut that beautiful oval die using that Cottage Cuts die set. And this is a pink, a larger pink gingham, or buffalo check, I believe is what people call it. And I thought that blended well with the other papers that I was using. So I love how this one turned out too. I used a houndstooth paper and that same oval die on the inside with a scrap of the gingham. This Happy Spring is from My Creative Time, from that little bumblebee gnome set. And this little piece of stitched sentiment strip is also from that bumblebee gnome set from My Creative Time. And I haven't put anything back here. I was going to put one of my LOTV floral labels on the back, but I couldn't figure out what I did with them last night when I was making this card. So I got to look for those and put them back out around me. So there's another bunny card, if you will. And then let me show you my tags. I made these cute little carrot tags, and I had given you a sneak peek of the base of these tags, which I actually made them for last Saturday's episode of Saturday Morning Makes. But I had so many heart takes to share, I decided to hold them aside and finish them later, and I ended up doing it for this weekend. So here you can see that cute little bunny from Colorado Craft Company, and the sentiment from Colorado Craft Company, I carry you in my heart always. And I think this would be an adorable little basket topper for an Easter basket, or just to give to someone, you know. And I did put hang tags on these, so I just glued the gingham to the back with hot glue in a loop so that these could hang. So I love how these turn out. And again, this is using the Prim Heart dies and papers from My Creative Time and My Creative Time's foliage dies also. So I did that one, and then the other three that I did, I was going to go downstairs yesterday and look for more of my bunny stamps, but I decided to just go ahead and use the gnomes because I had extra gnomes that I had already stamped and cut out and colored. So I did 3 more carrots, and these have these cute little gnomes on them. And this bumblebee gnome is so easy to cut out and color. So I just had so much fun making these little carrot tags. And these are gonna be so cute to give to my family members. Maybe with a little Reese's peanut butter egg or something, and it'll fit. I'm pretty sure Reese's peanut butter egg could be taped onto the back of this tag and given as a gift. So that's my idea anyway in doing these. And I did this other sentiment from that Colorado Craft Company stamp set says, "Did somebody say carrots?" And then there's I carrot you in my heart always from that set. And then from the My Creative Time stamp set, this cute little Happy Spring. So those are all 4 of these sweet carrots that I created. I hope you guys have enjoyed all of my Saturday Morning Makes projects. Again, I want to thank Chris and Sharon for the extra things that they sent in my Red Lead Paperworks purchases. They always send me some additional goodies, and I am very, very grateful. And I hope you enjoyed seeing all of these fun Easter and spring cards. I don't know about you guys, but I am very ready to get out in my garden. I have some rose pruning to do and other things that I need to do to get my garden underway. And I'm always looking forward to seeing, to spending time outside, and also to seeing a lot of my friends that have gardening channels, seeing what they share. Anna White always shares a lot about her garden. And then several of my other friends, Paula, she shares, sometimes she'll do shorts about her garden or even videos about about what she's growing and also what she's baking, of course. And I just enjoy seeing what you are all up to. So I know that many of us are looking forward to spring and some sunshine and some gardening time. And that is certainly something that I hope to treasure in the days ahead. My daffodils are all blooming in my yard, and it's just a wonderful, wonderful spring right now. So thank you guys for joining me for Saturday Morning Makes. I wish you a wonderful weekend. I had fun hopping around this morning and looking at the videos were uploaded very early. I saw many of those videos today. And I also took a peek over at Instagram. And as soon as I make some pictures here, I will be uploading over on our wonderful Facebook page run by my sweet friend Jana of Jana Stamps and all of you that participate. So thank you all so much for joining me, and everybody have a wonderful weekend. Blessings and hugs, and my love to all of you that are struggling with illness, caring for people that are ill, caring for parents, or just going through hard times, anxiety, fear based on things going on in your lives. I just wish you joy. Remember to count your blessings, look at the things that are good in your life, and that will help you deal with the things that are hard. And it's a balancing act, isn't it? All right, my dears, take good care. Bye now.